For Reaper Metal Productions, I am Adam of Unbaptized Records, making a brand new video for you today. And today I'm going to go over some of the stuff I got in the mail recently and then a general channel announcement. So stick to the end. This won't be too long. It'll be a pretty quick video anyways, but channel announcement after this. But first, I wanted to show off a few LPs that I got in the mail. This one was actually from Melanie Loves Death Metal. So this is the second to last album by Cattle Decapitation, Death Atlas. I only picked it up recently because I didn't have the LP. It just wasn't a priority because I have the CD, the tape, all that stuff. So, and again, I don't listen to LPs a whole lot recently, so it wasn't really a priority. But it's my favorite band, so I wanted to own them all. This is the limited to 500 recent pressing that came out of Europe from Metal Blade. So I blot out the sun. Vinyl is what it's called. So like I said, I recently picked this up from Melanie Loves Death Metal, selling off a decent amount of her collection. So obviously, being one of my favorite bands, made sense to pick it up. So I thought that was cool. And then around the same time, I ended up getting this copy as well because the man himself, Travis Ryan, was selling versions of his own. I think one of each. The same thing, so same one, but he signed it, so came with him signing. I literally just got it in the mail, and just to show I have the two. So I just didn't open this one yet because obviously it just came in. So I played the other one last night. So this one I'm also really excited for because I've mentioned it a few times. And I showed off the CD in the last video I did, which was last night. And this is the album I was excited to get. I mentioned I was getting it. And this is the last album I needed by the band on vinyl, and that is Hour of Penance edition. So this was the much more rare edition that came with sort of like blue-green. It's sort of like a clear. It's kind of like both, like a clear blue-green, I guess. So you put it on the background, obviously. But on the bluish background, it's harder to tell. But so again, this is the last version, the last album I needed by them on vinyl, and this was only recently put out on vinyl, so that's super cool. So now I officially own the entire discography, and the little sticker here is saying Ultra Limited Edition Time to Kill Records, which I don't think I've ever heard of. So, but I thought that was pretty cool. Like I said, I'm glad I got it in the mail. Got it in the mail today, so definitely one of those records that I'm really, really happy to own. So now I officially have the entire collection on LP, but not CD. So that's going to be what I look for at some point. Grab the rest of the albums on CD as well. But for the channel update, I've decided that a video a day just doesn't make sense anymore, even though I know it's only been 3 months. And it's not that I'm giving up, but I'm honestly kind of out of ideas. So I've been trying my best to come up with things, the what's in my bag type stuff, which is the easiest for me to do. I feel like I'm going to start repeating myself, which I wouldn't want to do, obviously. The whole point is to show kind of new stuff, new to me, maybe something I've only listened to once, I just recently re-listened to, and try to introduce more people to the music. But the good news is that I have a lot of stuff lined up. So middle of next month or towards the end of next month, I have a couple of interviews with local bands. I have some plans for that as well. I'm hoping to maybe do like a compilation of Connecticut bands on a CD for my label. I also have really big news, I guess, out of the UK. One of my favorite bands of all time that I talked about on this channel a couple of days ago. I've been in contact with them since that video, and I'm going to be doing some basically like selling their merch in the US because they're out of the UK. And then they also said that they would work with me to do a repress, one of their releases on CD. So I'm definitely excited about that. I want to do an interview with them, hopefully, over Zoom or Skype or whatever the hell's available these days. So that, if you haven't been paying attention, is the band Flayed Disciple. So go and watch my Flayed Disciple video. I'll talk about that more when that comes up. And then I also have a few other releases for the end of this year I actually want to get done. That's sort of my big thing, is I really just want to get my label up and running. I just needs resources, needs money, needs someone to do layouts, art, depending on what I'm doing. it's going to need marketing, which is kind of what this channel's for. It's what Instagram's for, a lot of other stuff. So that's going to be more to come. But my idea would be to take a break for the month of April, because again, I really just don't have anything to do. I can record some videos, but then maybe intersperse stuff here and there, do a short, do a live, do something, but basically not record a video a day. And again, maybe do stuff maybe like once a week just to show off what I've gotten in the mail like I did today. And then when I come back in May, do a video 3 times a week. So do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, every day or every week till the end of the year, and then see where I am from there, and probably just continue with that cadence. So not giving up. I just want to take a break because it's just really nothing to do, and I don't want to start repeating myself. So I think that would be a better idea than to just keep going and just doing stuff at the last minute and trying to get content out when it's really not that interesting, at least in my opinion, if I'm just kind of running out of ideas. So that's sort of the plan for now. Come back in May, again, maybe do a video here or there, but for the most part, I got interviews lined up. I have a bunch of music I'm going to be trying to sell. I'm really excited about. I have a couple of things lined up for my label I'm actually going to be pulling the trigger on, not just talking about it. So Unbaptized Records will be realized. And then, of course, in June, there's the pre-show, the pre-Dead by Dog show, Buck show at No Class, which I'll be there for, obviously. I'll be trying to go to the warehouse, HH Warehouse, for that day. And for those of you who don't know, there was the announcement that basically they're going to be open to shop. The 3 brothers who own it will be there. Attic will supposedly be there, hopefully. Brian from Regurgitation will be there. So there'll be a bunch of people, and then get the Buck show later, and then Dead by Dog the next day. And then I have plans on hopefully doing some interviews while I'm out there. I know Kevin of Graveworm said he would talk and do something, and it'd be cool too, because with hanging out with Reaper, he has his whole setup. Maybe I could do some stuff there too and break that up into clips and put it on the channel. But and then still planning on doing like a live every month or so. I was going to do one this weekend, but I was just too busy. So I asked Reaper, and I coincidentally told him I couldn't do it. So I just really don't want to waste the time of the audience. You guys are awesome. There's no point in just putting out content just to put it out. So I'll take a break. I'll come back, and then when I get back, I'll have a lot of interviews too, which is what I'm really excited for. So those are the big things. It's like interviews and then really getting the label going. That's what I have to look forward to. And then hopefully the last thing would be, especially with the label and some distros, some distro stuff, having a store. So a web store, hopefully maybe I already have a Discogs page, so I could obviously do stuff there, but a Bandcamp page, something like that. So I really want to get that set up because it's kind of important. So more to come on that, but that's the plan for now. Also, maybe doing an interview with Mark from Electrocutioner. That would be awesome. So anything like that, I'd like to set up something with Fraser Dawson. I know he was chomping at the bit the one time went live, but just didn't have the technology to send him the link. So either on this channel, or maybe if Francisco, I don't know, Fraser, ask Francisco if he wants to have me on and have you on, or if W Necron would have the 2 of us on or something, we could do it through there, do a live stream or something, just let me know. But either way, that's going to be it for now, and I will see you in about a month.